Hey folks, TheWargoulGamer here. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back, and we have something old but something new for the channel with retro reflections, and that's the Guardian Legend. Now, this was the game that I alluded to that had one of those password systems. Look at this mess. Like, "32 characters. And if you got one of them wrong, oh, just Godspeed to you. Now, there is one password though, and I think it's all capitals. Now, this was a very interesting little password for, especially for games like this. And this was one of those games that had a little bit more under the hood. Now, this was also another one of those games that I never saw a lot of publication about. I'm pretty sure it was like in Nintendo Power or something. But it was one of the ones that you heard word of mouth by people. This particular one came from my cousins, and one cousin told another cousin, and then that cousin showed me. Yeah, and if you didn't know that back in the day, you probably would have thought like it had ate it or something. Now, what that password does is it, instead of going to the rest of the game after this main boss here, it turns the game into a boss rush. Also, one of the first games I can recall that was like an adventure style game about leveling up. So your weapons got stronger, you got more health, etc. See, like right there. This is also another one of those games with a great soundtrack. And you're probably thinking, why the hell are you fighting rockfish? Well, it's the 8-bit days. You kind of had a theme, and you kind of had to stick with it. But in this case, this is actually an alien planet. So we're fighting alien life forms. And that noise obviously indicates that I have just gained a level. I wanted to say extra life. You only have one life, and then continues. And then you got those fly down jerks like that. And to think about how much is going on the screen at one time for the NES, this was something special back in the day. The box art's another one of those things that just kind of makes no sense, because you don't ever fight a giant set of eyeballs on the horizon. Although you do have your share of eyeballs that you do fight, just not on the horizon. Of course, that restores health. Then you get things there called chips, which are kind of like your special weapons. And you just use those by hitting select, and it doesn't really do a whole lot. But if you use the chips, you notice that the main weapon there went from like 3 little pellets down to 1. But this one you can fire in all directions, and now we're back down to 1. And that is the map. The map gets fairly expansive. It's Zelda-esque. And no, that's not a turbo controller. If you hold down the button, that's generally how fast you fire. Now that's turbo right there. There's a quick little 3-round burst. That restores all your energy. And what's weird is, I guess it's like back with the Nintendo, like it can only draw so many things on the screen at once. You do like that, but if you get up here, it's pretty much like a chain gun. Now the question is can I beat this guy? It's been a hot minute since I've played this game. And the fact that I've only got the single pellet here, oh, we might be able to get it. Nope, just hearts. And yeah, the thought did occur to me even when I was younger. It's just like, who's to say these things just aren't defending their planet from you and you're the hostile invader? Oh, there we go. That was kind of risky. Early on in the game, bosses just deal massive amounts of damage. And honestly, I don't really use a lot of the special ups and power ups. The only one I really use is it's like a screen clear, and those are numbered and don't use your chips. And again, I guess speedrunning exists for every game ever made at this point, but I think I've seen a record of an hour or something. I could be wrong. Now, there's one boss in particular, especially this early on in the game, and he just will absolutely wreck you. I mean, not like I need any help in that department. Like I said, I've got about a Chevy's worth of rust on me. Ouch. And I'm not exactly sure what the main character is supposed to be. A transformer, maybe? Ah. Yeah, this guy can do a pretty, significant amount of damage on you. I want to say each one of those little pellets will take like one number away from my health, and the little DNA strands that he's launching at me do a majority of damage. Like I think it does like half my health. And this was one of those games that you could play and then just get different results every time too. Like this guy could wreck you one time, and then the next time through is just the easiest boss in the world. There we go. Chips in your health. Alright, and as you notice, things are getting progressively faster. And of course, as they get progressively faster, the enemies here change up a little bit, and will start to do more damage. And of course, later on in the game, some of the basic enemies do more damage than bosses do in early stages of the game. Ow. Stupid fish. And it's kind of hard to keep track of everything on the screen and talk at the same time. And then sometimes you just gotta stick to your guns and get that power up. Oh yeah, I forgot those guys. Dude. There we go. And I always thought that was a really cool effect for the Nintendo. And yes, I do realize it is the same boss as the first one, but he's just palette swap. But this is the Nintendo. I mean, come on now. There's only really so much you can do with this. Ouch. Although it does kind of handle all this crap on the screen with just a, you know, minimal flickering, I guess. Not a whole lot of slowdown either. Slow stage, million-mile-an-hour enemies. Now this boss rush will continue until you die, or you actually fight every boss in order to the ending boss. And you know, I'm not sure if I'll edit this or just leave it as like a long play. I'm beginning to think I might just take the retro reflections to like streaming only. Haven't quite decided on that one yet. And yes, I know using my weapons would probably be a kind of a boon in helping me kill most of this stuff, or the bosses. But it's kind of like the Mega Man thing. You gotta find which weapon works, and you know, I never really did that back in the day, and you know, I just kind of like to play things organically. I think this one was the crab, maybe? Or the shrimp? Lobster? I don't know. Yep. And you gotta watch out for his hands, because the claws do absorb a lot of damage. And then it just kind of turns into like a little bullet hell. See, like, look at this. This is nuts. Usually this is the one that always gets me. And looks like you might get me again. Yep. Oh well, but that's a pretty good segue into showing you the rest of the game. Now, I guess I will skip through this part. I'll play this, and I'll see you back at the death of the first boss here. Alright, so here is pretty much the backstory of the game. Basically, the alien race has failed, and it's up to whoever reads the message to basically activate the core self-destruct system and blow the planet up, kind of like Metroid. But see what I mean about, I didn't know about what you would technically call the hero. She is female, but transforms into a jet. Oh, this is one of the neat things. If you didn't like the boss, then you could just hang out on the thing there and just run off. And there's a few places later on in the game where you kind of have to do that, because they like to throw really powerful, kind of like a little midway bosses at you like that. I'm pretty sure I went to the wrong direction, but get your first power up, and of course it's a lightsaber, and it does exactly what you think it does. Doesn't do a lot of damage though. And the overworld map, if you're not very familiar, obviously is sort of like the original Zelda. Kind of north, south, east, and west. Oh, and these rooms also tell you how to open up certain gates. And of course you need keys that have those matching symbols to go through there. Now that one said that 6 was sealed and I needed a special weapon. I don't really remember what a lot of those are. Some rooms you just had to wait. Some rooms, you know, required you to attack the 4 corners of the room or something like that. Some of it did get very cryptic. thought that for sure would have been. And now this was a nice little find. But if you go back, womp womp. And, yep, that one speeds up my shots. And, of course, there is a shop system. This guy charged me 50. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this guy will unlock a door if I go in and out of his room a few times. Yep. So, corridor 4 seal has been removed. That one's 100. We only have a 50 chip maximum at the moment, and 150. Of course, if you get the same weapon or whatever, it upgrades its level, its power and effectiveness, that sort of thing. And then we are back to the little main hub area. And the blinking red square is me, and the blinking, well, it's kind of hard. The blinking white square is where we need to go. It's not a very confusing map system. Let's say there was another little mini boss somewhere around here too. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yes, if I go this way, this is the first boss. Now this one I have to shoot the corridor's door. And there we go. Turns into a ship. So, she is technically her own modes of transportation. Now again, like I said, this game didn't get a lot of press that I remember. But in later years, I kind of looked this game up online to see what the Japanese version looked like. And the graphics and cover art for it are way different. It's like biopunk almost. Kind of has like a Geiger feel to it also. See, now, when you do the boss rush mode, the power-ups that it gives you there at the end of the levels are the stuff that you would find laying around. There are other things that you do by beating the little mini-bosses there to get, you know, a little bit more powerful. Like, I think the swords and the or not swords, the little gun icon and the shield icon, that's how your attack and defense is rated. Right now, we're pretty much at like a 1. And, like, again, like I said, it changes, like, each time. Like, I've played a few times where I've had 3 or 4 attack and, you know, only 2 shield, and then I've only had 2 attack and then a bunch of shield. So, I think it's kind of random that way. And then, of course, your level only really has a whole lot to do with your health and your kind of main fire here. Something sort of ASMR or therapeutic about shooting a bunch of giant fish. And say now we have like the crescent moon key. Gives us an item, we move on. And now we're on a different part of the planet. And you can see we have 3 more gates. Enemies are different color, they move around a little bit different. And of course they're a lot more powerful. And again, the music is very pleasant, very memorable. There's a little 2-way laser there. Now, I can't remember what this is. Is this the crab? Yep. This one's pretty easy. You just stand real close to him and let loose. There was a lot of trial and error with these games. And then that's Twin Sabers. Again, this thing was kind of like Darth Maul before, you know, Darth Maul. And I still have no idea what these mean. Now that thing's one of those enemies that hits pretty hard for this early on in the game. Like, I don't think that does anything other than, ow, try to get you to do something. This is a fun way to get some experience right here early on too, if you kind of want to try to power level up a little bit. But you'll get overrun pretty quick. Energy tank. Yeah, this is one of the bosses. Nothing special there, you can go pretty much straight in. Let's see. Oh, hell, I'm in here now. Oh. One of these follow the line robots. He does hit pretty hard, but sometimes it just does that. I guess it's something to do with the AI back in the day in these old games. And we have 150 chips now. Like I said, this is definitely not a game that I'm going to be able to sit there and beat in one sitting. However, you kind of get the gist of it. And it was a lot of fun then. It's a lot of fun now. And its replay value is through the roof because, you know, I still crack this one out on occasion. And just, you know, play it. That was the beauty of these old games. You just played them. There was no updates, no leaderboards. Just gameplay. Ow, see, those things hurt. Like a whole unit of health. And I'm pretty sure those DNA strands will, you know, wipe me out at this point. And I think there's a red and a blue variant of this guy. And of course the traditional, if you gain a level, you get full health, which can come in quite handy in situations like that. Now, I'm not exactly sure as to the nature of the other location that we've unlocked here, but we'll go take a look at it. I think that'll be it for this video. Oh, we gotta find the password, guys. Is this him? There we go. That's your password. Good luck with that shit. Oof. Alright, so same style area. Oh, ow. Again, nothing special getting into there. I think it's only the ones that look like they have the microchips in the four corners here. Now this is one that's pretty good because it offers you an out. But again, you might take a few hits, but generally you'll get this guy. I'm not even sure what he gave. Oh, he gave me a gun. So now I have 2 attack. Touch everywhere. Okay, so that's the one that I got to walk around to the 4 corners, and that'll open it. And what's, again, the cryptic bit is, it's not necessarily for the area that you're in that you get that information either. Now here's an interesting one. These are rare. So I would get those because that gives you a higher attack speed. And let me just get a more favorable position on this guy so we can bypass him. And see, again, not a turbo controller button mash right there, but that's how fast we can fire now. Now, can I do it with this one? This used to be a fun little way. I don't think I can do it anymore. Or it had to be like somewhere around here, but you could kind of like walk through those. Maybe it's this way. I don't know. Some of these you could like kind of just walk against and then you would be able to walk through them. Kind of cut a corner. Okay, now this is... Yeah, this is the one that you touch and then it opens. See, that's just crazy, like the speed that the main weapon can fire, especially if like you're right here, so this thing will just deal out tons of damage. And especially now that we've got that upgrade to our attack. Which is weird that that doesn't happen naturally when you level up, but whatever. I can live with it. Alright, so we're back with the guy who killed us earlier. Yeah, now notice how my weapon kind of chews through his little crab claws. But I'm still doing a very piss-poor job in dodging. I think he's going to get me again. Yep, got me again. But that is Guardian Legend in a nutshell. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Retro Reflection. Remember, it's up to you to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All that good stuff is in the description below. And if you're new here and aren't subbed, or you aren't new here and are subbed, I think I said that right. Anyway, just make sure that you're still subscribed. YouTube has been unsubscribing people. Don't know why. But just check and make sure you're still subscribed for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good one.